Hey guys, it's Audra and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 2 of Vlogmas, Bookmas, whatever that is. We are going to be wrapping up my November reads, which I read or finished none of the books from my November TBR. The 3 books that I finished had nothing to do with that video, but we're going to talk about those anyways, as well as the progress I did make on some of those books. So the first book that I finished in November was Chris and Hannah's Fly Away. This is the sequel to Firefly Lane, so I can't share a whole bunch of what goes on in that this story because you need to read the first book, which is amazing. I've heard like some people say it's like really super slow, but the relationships are so good in that book. It has been made into a Netflix show, so I would highly recommend it. I will say that to give it like a warning for breast cancer, I was not given that warning going into it. I spent the last 50 pages sobbing over Firefly Lane. So I was nervous going into Fly Away, but I absolutely loved this book and I hope they add it into the Netflix series at some point. We'll see, but this was a 5-star read for me. I also finished reading She's Still There, Rescuing the Girl in You by Crystal Evans Hurst. This one I actually started in January and have been slowly picking away at it during like my morning devotional time. This is basically just like getting back who you are in a stage of life where things are kind of a hot mess, which yeah, that's happened. So I learned a lot through this and it's helped me kind of get the tools of using discipline, discernment, decision-making to like reach like your full potential and like what you want to do. And so I think I'm going to be using that a lot in the next year. I don't know if I'm going to like verbally like put it out there exactly what I'm working towards with financial and health goals and all that kind of stuff, but we'll see if that happens soon. But definitely enjoyed that read as well. I also finished the audiobook of The Drowning Kind by Jennifer McMahon, I think. And I started that this summer, so I think it just took me too long to get through. I enjoy her books and like the atmospheric tension she creates. There's always like this paranormal twist to it. So if you like those kind of books, I would definitely check that one out. It's basically about like a pool and this like family home situation that has over the years claimed the lives of people who have gone there. Like the water from this area can like grant your wish that you kind of have for your life. However, it takes something from you. So yeah, it's spooky, but it's a good read if you enjoy those kind of stories. So going back to books from my November TBR, books that I did not touch at all would be The Butchering Art. This is about like the surgical medicine and how it was created for the first time. I want to eventually get to this one. Eventually I'll get to The Degenerates also. Didn't touch that one. Did not touch The Nickel Boys or I Hope We Choose Love. Definitely want to get to that one soon. And I did not reread The Last Ride to Graceland, which this will probably be on like I want to reread 12 books in 2022. This will probably be on that list because I love this story so much. The books that I did get to, or start at least, were Babies by Design, The Ethics of Genetic Choice by Ronald M. Green. I only have gotten through like the first chapter of it really, so 36 pages. And that chapter just talks about like what it would look like for genetic choice in sports. So as we get further into it, it's gonna like explain like how it would happen. I know this is a little bit outdated because it was 2007, but it's really kind of like struck this interest in me again because I've always been intrigued by genetics, to like kind of dream what life would be like if I would have chosen that career path to become an embryologist. So I've even like looked into like I would need a whole new bachelor's, a whole new master's degree to like pursue that dream. So I don't know that it would ever happen. Never say never. But I definitely do want to continue getting through this book and others that I've acquired recently. I am currently 124 pages into The Little Pieces of Me by Allison Hammer. Been listening to this and switching back and forth between audiobook. The audiobook ran out, so I didn't get to finish it. I am really enjoying this story about a girl, or a woman, her name is Paige, and she gets an email from a DNA company saying that her father is not her father she thought he was, basically. Her father she was raised by recently passed away. She's grieving his loss, and then this email comes through saying like somebody else is her dad. So it's this back and forth between what her mom was going through during that time and the men that she was with at college. And it is a really sweet story so far, so I'm excited to see how that one ends up. I will be finishing that one. I have gotten 50-ish pages into The Waiting Room, which was like supposed to be a generational story about the Holocaust. I cannot for the life of me get into this one and stay interested in it. I'm not following the narration. I don't know what's going on. So this is going to be a DNF for me, and I will be unhauling that one. I was able to get the audiobook back for another new book this far into it called Sisters in Arms by Kaya Alderson. And this is a story of the only all-black battalion of the Women's Army Corps during World War II. Yes. And so I've really enjoyed this and the narration of the audiobook as well. And so I will definitely be finishing this one as soon as the audiobook becomes ready again. And then I needed to get another audiobook going. So I have started reading, I'm probably further in, maybe like 100 pages into The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. First of all, I've never read anything by her before. I know, crazy. So this is my first experience. I'm 100 pages in and I have like this much to go. I'm enjoying it so far, I think. I'm nervous that it's gonna become very, very repetitive because it's so long. But basically you have Addie who, it's 1714 and she does not want to get married to this guy. So she makes like a deal with this monster or the shadow that she will give the shadow her soul in exchange for her freedom and to be able to make her own choices. So with that comes nobody remembers who she is once she goes away from their sight. And then she lives forever, she cannot die. And so it's kind of like her story over the years about the people that she meets and like how they can't remember her. And so it'll be interesting to see how far I get into this if I make it, because so far it's just okay. I want to finish it because like I said yesterday, this is on the list for the Mom Advice Book Club for 2021, which ironically I uploaded that, and as soon as I uploaded it I saw that they have announced 2022, so maybe that will be another video I share. I haven't looked into the synopsis of all those, so maybe we can do like a reaction to the pics and stuff before I start purchasing all of those to get ready for next year, because I'll probably want the t-shirt again because it's adorable. But anyways, those are all the books that I read in November, which isn't a whole lot. I made it through 3 books and I started a handful of other ones, and I need to finish those on top of the other ones I want to read for December. But tell me what you read down below and what you have been thinking of the books you have picked out for the month so far, which I know we're just getting started, but I am still working my way through this sucker right now. But I will talk to you maybe tomorrow. Bye guys.